Welcome to this new episode of Travel Tête-à-Tête. Today I'm speaking with Romain from France. Hello Romain.
So, hi everybody, I'm Roman, I'm 35, coming from France. I come from nearby Lyon, but considering myself as a citizen of the world.
So we are talking today in the beautiful city of Valencia in Spain because you just completed 1,500 kilometers on your bike. So that's quite an achievement. Can you tell me what triggered this sudden trip to Spain?
So that was just a dream, watching videos of people just traveling with bike and having a bike myself, and just thought that if I can put all of my needs on my bike, I can reach wherever I want to go. So that was the first idea. Then after I build the setup for my bike and choose what I like to be in the mountain, so only use a mountain bike road, and end up in Valencia, which wasn't the goal at the beginning, but there is no plan. So the plan is there is no plan.
What was the goal at the beginning? What were you thinking to accomplish when you jumped on your bike?
So I just follow track that goes through Europe and come nearby my home. So I just started in Valence, but in France.
French Valence.
Yes, exactly, the French Valence. And the goal was to finish the track, which ended up in Sagres in Portugal. But during my travel, I had some issue with paperwork in France. So because of that, I chose to just stop in a halfway, in 1,500 kilometers, and just go to Valencia and catch a bus. But at the end, everything has been solved, and now I'm just in Valencia with my bike and go with the flow and enjoying some spare time. And this is where we met. This is actually what is lead to this podcast today. So that wasn't a bad plan to stop in Valencia, I think. Now I have some more spare time.
Exactly. More practically, so how did you organize for your bike trip? I mean, you had to take the minimum stuff with you, minimum clothes, minimum food. Did you have some apps as well that you were using on your mobile?
So I spent the winter with deciding in my head that I would like to travel, but now in my life I don't have big revenue, big job and everything as before, and so I just choose the minimum and watch a YouTube video, listen a little bit of podcast on the subject, then just think what are my needs. And when I identify my needs, because you need to sleep, you need to eat, and you need to ride with your bike. So just buy the minimum stuff to allows me to cook in the nature, sleeping bag, little tents, and just put everything on my bike and just start paddling, That's it. Just start to ride, and you have all the time to start it one day. And I just wait the good weather, because I didn't want to be like in trouble in the mountain, because I was using a track that only follow mountain path, trekking or hiking road. So didn't want to be like in negative temperature or something like this for my comfort. And so I wait a bit, and that allows me to prepare my travel.
How long did it take to get used to the bike journey? I mean, you were from the first day, from the beginning, you were into it, or you had some days to get used to the travel, to the journey?
It took me like around 3 days, I think, to get used to the bike, to everything, but to be out of civilization, more in the nature, more in the little village, because that was the aim of my travel, just to be out of the rush of our modern society and everything. And yeah, it just took me 3 days, and this is not a long time, to be like out of the modern world and everything, and to reach your goal. From those 3 days until now, I just go with the flow and really enjoy and meet interesting people, have good talking with them, and No, even in the little village, you don't need to go in big city, meet a lot of people. Just have to be yourself, and you will meet people that talk to you and have like common idea, and life is great for that.
So I guess you have a lot of nice meeting on the way, nice stories during your travel. Can you share a couple of them?
Yeah, I met a lot of people because I was cycling. So people get interested of my bike, get interested of my travel. I've got so many meetings with local people that couldn't speak a word of English, but we had like great talking, really. Some riders along the way, and had like different conversation about my ride and everything. Had a lot of talking with a Swiss guy that I met on the road, and we were like foodies both. So we really enjoy like having like a good meal, talking about the difference on our country and everything.
In around Barcelona, you got a rose for the Sant Jordi festival.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the story where I just met a girl in the supermarket, and we start to talk a bit about the Sant Jordi, which is a little festival, I think. I was in the medieval village, and there was just a little talking with the girl, but at the end of the talking, it was, okay, so maybe see you there. Mm-hmm. And 2 days after, I just met her, and we spent 2 more days together, having really nice talking. She was practicing her English, told me a lot about Catalan word, because at first I thought I will learn Spanish in Spain, which is logic. Yeah. But I learned Catalan first, then after Spanish, and that's good, because for my understanding of the story of the country, that was really good. And for me, that was quite easy, because Catalan is really close to French. But another story that I can tell you. So, for example, one day I was just soaking wet after a big rain, and just stopping by a little bar in the little village just to ask for a hot tea. And just 2 girls just told me, where are you coming from with this bike and all of this luggage and everything? So I start to tell my story, and she told me, where are you sleeping tonight? It's just raining so much and everything. And I just said, yeah, maybe I contact somebody on an application for cyclists to give me a hot shower. And the app is called Hot Shower, by the way. But for the moment, I have no answer from them, and they told me, okay, just keep in touch. If you have no answer, we will be pleased to have you with us. And that was an amazing meeting with those girls. We talked a lot about her situation and everything, and about the difference between Catalonia and Francia. And I just had really great moments, but never planned those moments. And because of that, they are so great, because when you don't expect, it's so good to have something, you know?
On your way, the people who met you were very impressed by your travel.
Yeah, exactly. And even more when they learn that the bike is not electric, because at first my bike is like big enduro bike. And because of that, the people say, oh, it's electric, it's easy. And I say, no way, it's not electric, you know? Yeah, it's carbon, it's light and everything, but no, I have to paddle to go through mountain and just reach my goal, you know? So yeah, they were more impressed by the thing that my bike wasn't electric, that by the thing I was like kind of traveling the whole way, you know? Not like with a new fancy electric bike like a lot of people, you know, have now.
Did you know that Valencia was so bike friendly before you to come, or you just discovered it here?
No, not at all, not at all. I just knew Valencia on the map, not really been there before. And yes, I just discovered like a really friendly bike city. And to be honest, I discovered as well a passion to ride a bike through the city because I'm a mountain bike guy. I go in ski resort to do mountain bike, but never quite like bike in the city, feel it like dangerous and everything. And yeah, wasn't really into it. And as I am with my bike here, that gives me the ability to travel the city so fast and to discover more about myself, you know? And when you travel, this is the good thing that you can find in your travel. Because experience comes from the travel, I really believe in that. I just discover myself like a big passion to go through city with bike and be like low footprint, able to enjoy a good ride.
Yeah. So I know that it's actually not your first travel, but have you ever felt this urge to travel from a very young age, or when did it start exactly?
From the age of 20, when I stopped studying, have the little diploma and start working, I just felt like, yeah, it's good, but it's not the life I want. I want it. I want to discover. And from the age of 21, I just went to Australia. At the time, I was an electrician doing interesting but a bit boring work, to be honest, in the building, just doing like the same thing every day. And one of my friends was about to go in Australia, so I just said, "Do you mind if I go with you?" And he was quite happy at the time, because Australia is really far away for first travel, like 20,000 kilometers, more than 24 hours of plane. That was kind of scary back the time, you know. So we decided to go in Australia and just bought a one-way ticket to go there, and this is how it starts, you know, just making the first step and keep on going. And at the end, I just spent 1.5 years over there, learn English over there. And
Because you didn't know English when you arrived?
No, not really. I just learned English, but really late at school and wasn't into school. So I wasn't able to communicate, to be honest. When I arrived in Australia, I wasn't able to communicate. I know how to look for a job and to find a job. And so my colleague was a really good speaker. We make a plan. You speak, and I'm looking for the work. That's it. And at the end, it worked really well. Like I said, spent 1.5 years over there, learn English, and the most important thing, just believe in myself. Travel is a really good thing to teach you life and believe in you. And I think this changed my life, because after I was able to speak English and I have like a more open mind, to just allows me to think out of the box. Yeah. And this is what defined me in life, I think.
On the way from Australia, you visited Asia?
Yeah. So when I come back, you kind of become addict, you know. Yeah. If you don't like travel, you just go in a place you don't like, you go back to your life, and you know how to start it again. But I become kind of addict of travel, and on my way back, I say, yeah, I need to stop to Asia, because it's kind of close. On the way back, if I may, just visiting Vietnam, then after going to Cambodia, Laos, and end up in Thailand to catch my plane to go back to France. And with the plan, there is no plan, you know. You start in Vietnam, then after I really love to talk with local or with people, travelers, and I just follow their advice, because I really think that local people just know more what is good to see in this area. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't need internet or something like this. You need internet to prepare. Then after, just go with the flow and meet locals or traveler and listen to experience of people. I think this is a good way to learn.
So when you came back to France, how did you feel?
When I come back to France, I just find a job like regular people and earn money and get back in my like previous life routine. And to be honest, that was a really, really hard moment for me. There was like everything that I lived before in Australia, all of this energy that I had just disappeared. And now that I know more myself, I understand why. This is because I need to get back again on travel and just live my dream. And when you listen to other people, they told you, yes, this is good to have a dream, but now just have to wake up and earn money. That's life. And even if you are not happy with it, that's it. And I listened to them, but for me, it wasn't working. So I just decided to like switch back and go to Switzerland. Like this, I can still be in the society, earn money, little bit more, to be honest, and that's changed my life again because I discovered like another country with English. I was able to like apply to other job and things goes on.
Once you were in Switzerland, that was the end of your journeys and of your travels?
Not really, because as I wanted like to be in the society, earn money and everything, and just put a bit the travel on the side, I just felt like I need to travel again, but I don't have like really the money, the time. So I just put all of this idea together and just said, I can speak English. There is a lot of company in Switzerland, so I will find a job that allows me to travel, and this is what I did. So I started in the little company in startup, and with my previous experience in France, I was able to apply to this job, and which brought me aboard a lot. So for 1.5 years, I just traveled. That wasn't easy, but it was so rewarding for me because I was earning money and traveling, and that was my dream at this moment.
So where did you travel with this job? Where did it send you?
Oh, in a lot of places. For example, on the first day, I just be employed and start my day in Lausanne, in Swiss, where the company was, and took a plane and end up in Turkey. For example, that was my first day. Then I think 2 weeks before I was in Portugal, but after I went to Tunisia, Russia, Latvia. So all of this, and just met wonderful people, really like improve my professional competence, improve everything. I just kind of this moment of my life of reaching my goal of having a job that allows me to work and allows me to be like self-sufficient. So this time I was responsible of my job, which was important job because I was like doing validation in the pharmaceutical company. But for those who think that wow, it's high position and everything, I'm not a chemist, I'm not a pharmacist. I wasn't able to speak English 5 or 6 years before. But as I just allowed myself to live my dream, go in Australia, come back, have more experience, and then just dream about applying to some job, and somebody give me my chance, I think you have to knock at the door, and then they will open, you know. If you don't knock, nobody will open door and, oh, you know what? We were waiting you, really. So, the advice I can give to somebody who is dreaming now, like listening the podcast, and what can I do with my life and everything. I would like to travel, and just think about the abilities that you have and just sell them. And for example, the abilities of the wish that you have to travel can be a big abilities, you know, because companies are sometimes looking for guys or girls that can travel around the world, and your dream is to travel, you are paid for that. That's kind of a good life.
Absolutely. You said that, so you traveled to Turkey, Tunisia, Russia, and so on. So when one hears you say all these stories, it sounds very easy. It sounds you never overthink your travels, your things. How do you make the first step, actually?
I think it's all the time start with a wishes, like everybody. Everybody have wishes, have dream, but no, I don't agree with you that it's easy for me. No, not really. You know, for example, when I want to start my journey with my bike, I was like all the time go to ski resort or doing downhill, and I'm not able to like going uphill. And my biggest travel with my bike was 30 kilometers. And I did like 150 in one day just to come to Valencia. So I think you just have to believe in yourself and start somewhere. But I want like the people that listen to the podcast, I'm like everybody, you know. Sometimes I'm in the bad mood. This is really hard for me to like motivate myself and everything. But I all the time think that you need to do the first step. And when you do the first step, you just begin the journey, and then things goes on, motivation will come and everything. But I will say it again a second time. This is not easy for me too. I just like wish and make the first step, and then after things goes on and go with the flow and everything. And this is why we are doing this podcast now to Valencia, because I made the first step. But when I made the first step, I wasn't thinking about, somebody will give me an interview in Valencia, because that wasn't the plan to go to Valencia at first.
And now, what are your future destinations and what are your future plans?
So I have a dream, which is like going around the earth with a sailing boat. I've been on sailing boats like once or two, but I never sail like for weeks, months and years. And this is my dream. But for the moment, I'm just thinking of how I can build my abilities to go around the world. And I'm in Spain, learning Spanish, and that will be an ability. Because I think if I'm able to speak for the moment French, English and Spanish one day, and I think I will be like, that will be really easy to travel the world with that. And then you need to learn how to sell. But for that, just buy books, looking videos. I'm planning to like ask people to meet them. I will ask people to like maybe go on the boat and be part of the crew or something like this. But I'm starting from nothing. Nobody is sailing in my family, and when I talked to them, they told me, "Yeah, you're crazy, Roman. You'll never sail, and you want to go around the world." Yes, but I never made more than 30 kilometers, and now I can be proud to like came from my hometown to Valencia in Spain using no road and going only by a mountain bike road. And so when you believe in yourself, when you believe in your dream, when you believe, you can achieve. I think just believe, then achieve, and sure, make the first step.
What about, you told me also you had some plans in Vietnam.
I really love motorbiking, and I love Vietnam because, as I told a little bit earlier, when I made my return to France from Australia, I just stopped to Vietnam and saw that in the streets there is a lot of motorbike, and that just gave me an idea to one day I have to come back and do motorbike in Vietnam. It took me like 10 years to be able to go back there and do like a motorbike trip in Vietnam. But I really would like to come back to Vietnam and do another motor trip. Maybe it will took me 10 years or something like this, but just believe in your dream, just have dream, and life is really grateful and will give you back when you dream and you like allows you to have dream. You will have, when you talk with people and you're talking about your passion, maybe we can talk about not deeply, but the laws of attraction. That's a book that I read, and if you haven't read it, just have a look on internet and you will understand. I think more you live your life, more you live your passion, more you talk with people, more you are like an interested people that give motivation to others, and other will give you energy and everything. And this is what is travel is about. This is what travel is about, really. Like sharing your life, sharing your experience. Then you will meet somebody who have the same experience, or that wish that can have a wish of travel, and you will inspire him. You know, I've been inspired by people, for example, for my trip with my bike, and on my way I inspired people. So things goes on, and I think this is real basic that it some kind of miss in our like modern society.
I think you could be a great motivational speaker as well, because you told me that you met someone who had a very special passion and you almost convinced him to leave his job and everything, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was at the bar enjoying beer, and one guy just asked me for a lighter, and thing was that. But after a while, I was reading a book and just put my book and just feel like the guys want to talk, and like I love interact with people. I just talk with him, and he ended up that the guy is working in a big company, having like a lot of work to do and everything, and want like to give up on this kind of life, and just discovered and are amazed by the travel that I have done. And he told me, oh yeah, this is so great, I want to do it. And I say, yo man, you're like having money for the moment, but travel is not about money. You're not having time. This is why you are not able to travel, I think, because you need time to travel. On the other hand, if you don't have time, it's like you are all the time on schedule, rushing, and you are not in the present, and you are not like you're taking the wonder of the life. And I talked with this guy, and I asked him like a simple question. Have you passion in your life? And he told me, yeah, I like to make croissant. Really? You like to make croissant? Okay. That's really interesting, because if you can make good croissant, and the guy was actually like training his apartment, so passionate about the thing. We talk about the process he did, and that was like the right process during 3 days and everything. I just say, man, just give up your job, start your croissant thing, and we'll see what happens. And you know what? If you don't like it, if you not succeed, you are able and you know how to get back to your whole life. But please just keep me in touch in 1 year or something like this, and I'm sure that if you start it, like make the first step. This is the most important. For me, this is my motto. It's like making the first step. Things goes on. You will
Find a way.
you will find a way. You will find a way, a customer, and everything. And you just have to start somewhere. When you have a wish, when you have a dream, it's already a start. For me, it's already a start. You have a wish, you have a dream, just make the first step, and that's it.
Romain, how long will you be in Valencia?
The plan is, I have no plan for the moment.
Okay, so I'm going to see more of you in the coming days, weeks, right? You're going to explore more around here, maybe?
So yeah, to use a mainstream expression, it's travel is not about the goal, it's about the journey. So yeah, I didn't reach Portugal. Okay, and back at home, I'll say to everybody, yeah, I go to Portugal. Okay, but no, I just do my journey, enjoy it in the mountain, calm, with no civilization, not modern society and everything. Arrive to Valencia, and yes, this is big city. There is a lot of people, a lot of things. But I find like a good flow in this city, and I'm just living day per day, and just living in the moment. Maybe because of my bike travel, but to be honest, when you travel, you are more living in your present time, you are more living the moment, and you are feeling, okay, that's enough. I need to move, I don't like this, or you are more taking care of your life instead of waking up every day, you have to go work, or school or something because you have to. Now, you just wake up and you do whatever you want. If you are traveling and you don't like that, the travel, the school or the work, you can change, because you are not like in your hometown and this is like, yeah, I'm born here, I live here, I don't like, so I stay here because I have no choice. You have all the time the choice to dream and make the first step.
No.
I think. And to be honest, the plan is there is no plan, and We'll see if I stay in Valencia. I really like the flow of this city. There is a lot of architecture to watch, a lot of history to understand. And when I am fulfilled with that, I will move. And that's it.
We'll keep in touch anyway, right?
Oh, yeah, sure, definitely. I'm planning to travel a bit more, and I wish you good success for your podcast. And so if you got success, you need more content. So I will be really pleased to just...
For second episode.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? The second episode will be, I wish, and I dream for that, after I took my sailing boat, around the world. Yeah, perfect. But to be honest, kind of, wow, it's giving me pressure because I have to do it. You know what I mean? But
it gives me pressure to me as well to maintain the podcast for a few more years. We'll see how it goes, because there's no plan as well for the podcast. We'll see how it goes.
No, sure it will go to success because you're a passionate guy and you're like meeting, giving
back, sharing. And,
exactly,
and
you are. Yeah, I think life is about this. Travel is about this. Just not all the time giving, just sharing. Yeah, this is a way of life. This is more easy to live this life while traveling than just like staying in your boring, busy routine, because you don't have energy to share with people. I have a lot of energy now and I can continue my journey, and I'm like really high in my mind, and sometimes I'm really down, but I kind of understand that traveling and discovering new things just feed me like petrol.
Yeah,
if I may say that,
You may say.
Yeah, that's my gasolina. So.
Romain, thank you very much. Do you have any last words to say? Or I think you made your point very clear, right?
Yep, but I will repeat that another time. Just make the first step and things goes on.
Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find more information in the note of the episode. Feel free to share, like, or comment on your favorite podcast platform and on our Instagram page. See you soon for a new interview with a new traveler.